What's good, y'all? It's Nonstop No with another video. So, I finally finished the Castano versus Wale Omotoso fight on the PBC side of things. Completely different fight from that garbage scam fight with Canelo versus Kovalev. Um, Actual action in the fight. Fighters that actually wanted to win. Fighters that actually didn't pull their punches and punch with commitment. Actually seen knockouts and knockdowns. Exciting fights for free. Plus wasn't wasting anybody's time and wasn't waiting on a UFC fight to end. So again, yeah. So let's get to the post-fight review for that one. Castano, Brian Castano, he is a solid fighter, man. What can I tell you? Has all the attributes. He was an Olympian. Just have skills, have punching power. He's a solid guy. Just all around, like boxer puncher. That's what his style looks like to me. Again, the first time I got exposed to this guy, at least on the television wise, was the Laura fight, and I was like, man, this guy is pretty good. Don't sleep on this guy. So he did his thing. Omotoso is no pushover. He doesn't have as much skill as Brian Castano, but he's no slouch either. He wasn't there to lay down. He wasn't there to pull a Kovalev. He was there to win. But yet, be as it may, Brian Castano was just too much for him. Another thing too, I didn't know Brian Castano was that short. 5'7.5", 5'8" for a 154 pounder. Yeah. So I don't know. But he's stocky, so that's a good thing. And he could bang. But yeah. Omotoso, he's just like skill wise. If we're going skill to skill, he's on a lower level of Brian Castano. You could see it right off the bat. Heart for heart, he's there with them. Later in the fight, I think they stopped it at 5. So at round 5, he was getting tagged up way before then. You were starting to see Brian Castano just start just taking the lead and controlling the fight and doing what he wanted to do with Omotoso. That was basically the fight there, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna try to end this with a flash. They got tangled up in a hold, or not a hold, but they both threw punches. They got tangled up trying to come back out, and Omotoso, when he was trying to put his hands back up to his face, I guess it like brushed the shoulder of, or kind of hit the shoulder of Brian Castano, and it seemed like he dislocated his shoulder or something. He did some gesture, like you could tell it was something wrong with his shoulder, and then after that he wasn't throwing any. Was it his left or right hand? I forgot. I want to say it was his left hand. Sorry about that. His left hand. After that, if he couldn't stand with them with 2 good arms, it was going to be a wrap with only just 1 good arm. So good decision. Just stop it. I think the corner stopped it, or the ref stopped it in between rounds. 4 going into I think 5 going into 6. It's a good stoppage. If you wasn't having anything going for you in the first place, why go back in there and get the shoulder more damage or take more punishment than you have to? With all these deaths going on and stuff in the sport of boxing right now. We don't need any further damage, unnecessary damage. So it was a good call to stop the fight. Good fight nonetheless. Another good showing for Castano, and I think they were trying to. One of the commentators or the broadcasters was Jared Hurd. So it looked like to me, they were trying to, ask, hey, Jared Hurd, what about fighting Brian Castano? He gave the generic, I'm, ready to fight anybody type thing, whatever. And same as Brian Castano when they asked the same thing for Jared, about Jared Hurd. I'm ready to fight anybody in the division, the top guys, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. We know that. But yeah, for the most part, that was a good scrap. 10 times better than the scam that got me frustrated last night. Undercard was good too. Not that garbage undercard that we seen last night as well. That Ryan Garcia cat. This was Javier Fortuna versus what's his name, Jose Cuellar. Obviously, Jose Cuellar is kind of up there now as far as wars and being stopped by Devontae Davis and Javante Tank Davis and stuff like that. So we know what time it is, but this was like a crossroads for both guys, for Javier Fortuna and Cuellar. So it was a good fight. I think they stopped. Man, it was an early stoppage. I forgot what round they stopped it in. Was it the second or something like that? It was weird. But it was just Javier Fortuna was just crisp, clean, riding on all cylinders. Just he just had the perfect game plan. Caught Cuellar coming in twice. Just beautiful boxing, man. Caught him good, and it it's it, Javier Fortuna is one of the wild cards. You never know what you're gonna get with him. He has the skills, but then he'll have these random weird fights that will end in like a draw or some type of technicality, where he flies out the ring or something like that. So I like the guy, but yeah, he's a wild card. You never know what you're gonna get with him. Good stuff though. Good stuff. So before I wrap everything up here, um, I just want to say, thank you for all the likes and the comments and stuff for the recent post fight review that I had for Canelo versus Kovalev and stuff. I really appreciate it. Um, just want to give you guys a heads up though, you know, to not get this twisted. Um, I'm going to criticize, whether it's positive or negative criticism, or constructive criticism, to whomever I think deserves it on my channel. So just fair warning, you might can like me now and like what I say right now, but when it comes to your favorite fighter, and he or she is not showing up, or he's showing something that I don't like, I will call it out. That goes for anybody. That goes for my favorite fighters. I don't really have a really favorite fighter at this time or anything like that, but I like fighters just like the next man, the next woman. But it's equal smoke for everybody. I just want to get that out the way. I will criticize your favorite fighter. So just be fair warned. I will praise your favorite fighter if deemed to be, if they deserve that praise. Don't get it twisted. I'm just not gonna just bash every fighter I see. Um, with that being said, I'm gonna get I got another video probably either later today or probably tomorrow, because I'm so sick and tired of thinking about it right now. But I'm going in on Canelo next video, and I'm just gonna give you a little preview right now. There should be no reason, no excuse that he should be fighting any scrubs or any run of the mill fighter from his weight class from 175 all the way down to 154. I already made a list off the top of my head, 20 plus fighters that he could fight right now and line them up. Names. And he would get praised for fighting, if not beating those champions or former champions or just the names in general. So I don't think you want to miss that. Anyways, catch you guys next time. I'm out. Deuce.